You want to go back, the preparation at Olentimama, how is it so far?
Preparations at Olentimama top notch. I can confirm that until now we are 70% done with the preparations.
Yeah.
We are now preparing and gearing for the mountings. We are going to mount a very, very, very serious event there. So we are having a lot of things that we are gonna mount there from, it will take about five days to mount, which means from Monday, all the apparatus, all the service providers are landing their equipments at Olentimama Stadium for setups, which means the setup can take 1, 2, or 3 days. 5 days. Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we do a run check of the entire stadium, the entire sound check and everything. Yeah.
And so many people have been asking who is going to be the MC of this world-class kind of event.
We are going to have 8 MCs. Because I assume one MC will not sustain a mega event such as this. So we have segmented it into sections whereby 4 MCs will fit and 5 DJs. Yeah.
Wow.
But that we'll have MCs that open the stadium at 7 until 9 o'clock. Another team comes in, takes up from 9 o'clock maybe to midday. Another team takes up between midday and 2 o'clock, and then another team now closes. And now we get all of them go to the after party. Yeah.
President, do you have a dress code for this international event?
Pure Maasai. I'm a proud Maasai and I will not want to deviate from that.
So the dress code will be maybe African attires or dress to kill?
With the much attention to the Maasai dressing code. Maasai dressing code is the easiest thing you can do, because even by the fact that you are just carrying that Maasai rungu, that is already a Maasai dress code.
Oh,
yeah.
So there is no any, people can just atikala, no?
No. Just be creative. Just be creative.
And you're a media person. People are asking, have you invited CNN, Citizen? Where those who cannot get to Olentimama on 20th, where can they stream? Can they follow the wedding proceedings?
Streaming of the Olentimama event is highly restricted, and we are only going to distribute the signal to the entire media platform. So we are only, because of space limitation, we are only going to allow only one live stream setup, so that it disseminates the entire pictorials into other platforms that can pick it from there.
Oh. So I can see the comment section are asking, have you invited TikTokers and if not, we want you to let us know our space as TikTokers now that you are one of us here.
I think TikTokers, you'll be having a special tent, you'll be having special passes, you will be having, because there will be serious content, but I'll want to know who will want what was the schedule. So I mean, we'll be having all of you accommodated there. So that is why we are trying to create a pomp and color there, so that you also can get very beautiful content. Remember, this is not a political event because it's happening in a stadium. This is a wedding, and when it is a wedding, you make it look like one, which means you do a massive mounting of decor, a massive mounting of pomp, color, and flamboyance, call it that way, because we want when you come there, you will be having alafu sasa. Lakini tuheshimiane, TikTokers tutaheshimiana hiyo siku. Kuna masimu ambazo hazitakuwa zinaruhusiwa zipige mapicha fulani, kuna simu ambazo zitakuwa zinaruhusiwa zifike sehemu fulani. Kwa hivyo you invest in a phone between now and Friday next week.
So just to be clear enough, what will people having Oppo do in your wedding?
Oppo picha unapiga ya mwisho ni kwa gate ya Olentimama Stadium. Hiyo ndio picha ya mwisho unapiga, alafu unaweka simu. Techno Tekno mtaruhusiwa mufike mpaka kwa track. Tekno wataruhusiwa wafike kwa track. Watu wa iPhone mtawekwa karibu na generator because of power. Mtawekwa karibu na mahali kuna charger. So watu wa Samsung ndio watapewa all access. Yeah, Samsung watapewa all access. Yeah.
In fact, later you're trying to say you own a Samsung, eh? The people were asking about what of there is this brand called Xiaomi, something like that. Xiaomi and Huawei and Infinix.
No, there are some phone calls and types that they are not even allowed to. Yani, tafutia cover. Afadhali hata utafutia cover.
So, in short, if you have an Infinix, wacha hiyo kitu kwa nyumba. And all. Yeah. So, Letoo niliona ukisema entry kwa wedding yako is a plate of food. Mtu anashuka tu hivi na kwa gate sahani.
Kitu ya kwanza unakutana nayo ni maji ya kunawa mikono. Yeah, maji ya kunawa mikono kama umesonga hiyo design. 7 am food will be ready. Yeah.
7 am mapishi, yani everything. So ni kuingia
na unaenda kukula, ukihisi njaa unarudi tena.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are people asking about the transport from Nairobi. Do you have any partnership with any these buses and all that can ferry people all the way from Nairobi and all that?
The only thing we have done so far, the only partnerships we have done so far are we are just receiving maybe help from friends who are saying mimi nitatoa gari moja. We are just taking 1-2 from our friends who are who are also helping us. So those are the kind of people we are working with, watupatie. But at the end of the day, we all still need to be if kama unaenda sherehe usitegemee ride ya mwenzio. Manake ataenda aseme sasa mimi ni kama hapa ni karibu na Ushago, sasa sirudi Nairobi tena, wacha niendelee mpaka Ushago. So pia unaarifiwa kwamba ukitoka hapa jipange carpool, do all the necessary logistics on your own end.
Mara mingi tumeona watu wakienda like such kind of event, kuna watu wenye wanakuwa stranded, wamebaki kwa sasa wanaanza kulaumu. Mimi nilienda hii wedding ya Letoo na nikakwama nalo.
The good thing about a wedding event is that ukikwama, that is the easiest way to get a husband or a wife.
Kwa hivyo there will be extra Masai men in case.
Yeah.
And you highly encourage wasichana
watu wabe. Yeah.
Another next question, Letoo. Between your wedding and your burial, which one would you give all the efforts, put in a lot? Which one would you like people to celebrate you and why?
Like I said yesterday, people are asking why is Letoo going so big on his wedding. I'm like, guys, can't I go big on something I'm seeing how my friends are supporting me? Like I'm happy. Why should it be made that when it is my burial, because that is what we nowadays do, we changisha a lot of money. We say now he was a good man, we are doing this. That is why we are saying we want to be as good as we are still alive. So I encourage the youth to always value their life, love your life. So hata ukienda even when you go to the hotel, usione vile chakula inakaa hivi. Save mpaka ufikishe ile chakula ambacho ukiingia mkahawani unakula chakula unahisi kweli nimekula na nimefurahia. So that it's also a time also to look at who are your real friends. Who are the friends who will die with you when you are not there? Because a lot of people will lie to you that they will always be there for you. But when you are having such an event, they will not come through for you. But they will always come to be the chairman and the treasurers and the secretaries of your burial arrangements. I mean, saying that he was a good man, we used to help each other.
The people I know that crowd is doable, and putting in mind all the marketing and all that, the publicity, the platform, the stadium will be full. So, are there security measures? How are you going to deal with the stampede and all that?
We have deployed 100 uniformed and armed police officers. We have requested for 20 plain-clothed police officers, and we are deploying 60 rangers just to make sure the entire place is orderly.
Oh.
There will be a single vandalism that will be reported on that day.
Interesting.
The stadium has a 68 all-round camera surveillance. That is Olentimama Stadium for you. Every single person who will be getting into Olentimama Stadium will be filmed by those cameras.
Guys, you got it?
It is one of the reason we chose that venue, because of the high security requirement that we wanted to mount in that function.
Suti imekataa kututosha. Tunafanya nini hiyo siku?
Shuka.
How are you?
How are you guys?
Shuka.
Dress code ni Masai.
Mimi ndio naomba.
Dress code ni Masai.
No, mimi ndio naomba. Siwezi kuja na
dress code ni Masai.
Juzi ametutumia picha in my farm.
Alafu hakuna kuja na mchanga baharini.
Hiyo ni fertilizer. Hiyo ni fertilizer.
Alafu tupatane huko.
Sawa.
Tunaenda kuona mpira ya V1.
Sawa. All right.
Hapa kidogo amjawa sponsor na screens.
I'm coming.
Sawa bro.
All right, thank you guys. All right.
Single for who?
Those are some of just friends in one of the places. They're asking what's the dressing code. So that tells you the...
Somebody is asking, Letoo, with all this investment, then what happens when divorce comes?
When you're talking to chairman, divorce is never in his vocabulary. Members of the men's conference never divorce. We never divorce. We only go for the second better option.
So, in short, you are trying to say that already you have got a backup plan, just in case.
If the bride does not show up, the wedding will go on.
So, one thing that must happen on 20th is that wedding must go on.
We are starting from the end, from the cake cutting. Yani keki itakatwa, so we work backward. Nani ndiye atakatiwa keki?
So guys, that is from Letoo, from the chairman, men's conference chairman. Divorce is not one of his regularly used sentences. The wedding will continue even if the bride will not show up that day. Okay, so don't panic, don't worry. Letoo, I want us to tupite kidogo kiasi. Tumeona unapiga ground pale Kilgoris 2027. Pango ni, what are the plans? I've been following you.
Sina pesa ya campaign. Sahi pesa niko nayo ni ya sherehe tu. Tupige Olentimama mara mingi sherehe tu. Sahi sina pesa ya campaign.
So should we wait for some big announcements in 2027 though? Because we are still 3 years away from 2027.
Yes.
My Masai people, mumesikia? My friends from Kilgoris.
And you know that announcement, you must make it very clear. That announcement might be any announcement.
You know, Letoo, my live stream has got coverage from several media. You'll get them breaking news. Stephen Letoo declares. Kuna wenye wamekazana hapa, kuna pombe, kuna busa kwa wedding. Maybe let's hear that from you.
That stadium will be self-contained.
Everything you need, all under one roof.
Self-contained. Yeah.
Interesting.
Kuna hata hot shower. There is even hot shower.
In the stadium?
Yeah, there are hot showers. If you feel like umedance sana, we have organized hot showers both for men and women. We do not want sweat to ruin our, celebrations. Ukisikia ni kama uko uncomfortable, hot shower iko, fully fledged hot shower rooms that we've made sure that they are all available for our guests.
Wow, interesting. Guys, mumesikia hiyo maneno. Leo nataka sasa tuingie I think last segment before labda tuchukue 2-3 questions for viewers. So many people, you inspire so many youth, you are a role model, so many people. Most on this platform I've seen gentlemen doing these news things and all that, the journalism thing. Maybe just in a please, and they don't know the story behind it, people are now seeing the successful Letoo now, but we don't know how has this journey been, how was it when you're growing up. So if you don't mind, would you just please share with us that interesting part of it that we all don't know actually.
First of all, mimi nilikuwa natembea na bila viatu kwenda shule nikiwa mdogo. I mean, I was just a perfect rural boy. Now I am a good man in town, in the city center. So I think for me, I came from ile tunasema very humble beginning, climbed the ladder pole pole with no shortcuts, and now here I am.
So how has the journey been, and how did you rise all that from?
The journey was very rocky. I mean, from coming from a pastoralist community whereby mambo yetu tuna value ng'ombe zaidi ya vitabu, sada hata ukipatiwa vitabu unatoroka shule kwenda kuchunga ng'ombe. I mean, we came through that kind of a rough, kind of a terrain all the way up. So by the time we are here, I think it's just saying thank you to God and wishing each and every other person down there a similar journey to come up and be like who we are right now.
Letoo, there are so many youths who have maybe they're done with their university studies, they have tried to apply jobs here and there, and they're on the verge of giving up. What can you tell that group of young people?
The only thing I can tell them is when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. It's as simple as that.
So they should never give up.
Correct.
Wow, interesting. I've seen you coming from Kiss FM to RMS when I was an intern there, and indeed later you are on. Oh, you are ufanya hadi Kiss FM.
I'm of high demand, right now I'm having several queued meetings. That's why they're inquiring of how far I am.
No problem. There's a question popping down here. How much is your wedding budget?
I mean, the wedding budget keeps on going up every single time. We started with the 2 million, we went to 5 million, we went to 6 million, we went to 13 million. We continue going up until now. We do not have the exact precise, because things continue to grow up, numbers continue to increase, tests continue to change. We go like we say we want one limousine, all of a sudden we say we want 2, we want 3. Say we want 2 helicopters, we say no, 2 helicopters. And so I mean, the wedding budget keeps on changing each and every time, and so for now we might not have a precise figure, and also sometimes we also try not to make people come and feel guilty, like how can we come and consume all this in one day. That's why we don't want to make people come feel very guilty. Wao wakuja wakijua sherehe imewekwa, na sherehe si sherehe tu, ni sherehe ya kukata na shoka, panga, kisu, wembe, kila kitu.
So up to now you don't know that budget. It keeps on today.
It keeps on increasing. I think we will know the exact on Friday. That is the eve of the day.
So after Friday you can say, okay, now so many people are raising this concern. How are you getting this? How are you going to fund it?
I have rich friends.
Wow.
And even those that people term poor, They are helping me big.
Wow.
For instance, are you aware I'm not going to buy a single piece of meat just because my fans who watch me are donating goats from all over Masai land?
Even the bulls, the goats, just friends. Hey, Letoo.
I am not going to buy a single piece of meat that we'll eat on that day.
Letoo, with the way you are talking.
Because somebody, a Maasai calls and say, I do not have money. Me, I have my goat. I'll give you 5 to slaughter.
Wow. I think
Yeah.
I need such friends when I grow up. So guys, that is it. Letoo is not fundraising for his wedding. Actually, his rich friends are doing so. Hey, ng'ombe 10, mbuzi 18, and that is it. Okay, so invest in rich friends. Invest in your social network. Okay. So and Letoo, now let me ask you this. I'm asking.
Yeah.
When you were growing up as a boy, who was your role model in this journalism industry?
Bade Muksen.
Badi.
You are too young. You can't know them.
That is very harsh. True. Well, I well, honestly, I don't know, but I don't know who that is. Maybe guys, do you know Badi Muksen?
Okay, let's make it simple. Edward. Another one is Edward Kadilo.
Walikuwa VOK or KBC or what?
KBC.
Oh, KBC. Let me ask you this question, Letoo. Maybe a quick fire. Since you joined TikTok, most of this Kenyan space we are into. What do you like about the Kenyan TikTok?
The nyashings all day.
Who brought you to TikTok?
I don't know. I think some friend of mine just showed me, and then I downloaded. He told me this is bad. I downloaded. Is this undownloaded? No. What is uninstalled? I uninstalled it. Yes. And then again, it's like people are getting more and more so fun about it. And then I joined again. Yeah.
So, what was your first video? The first video you saw on TikTok, na ilikuwa ya nani, if you can remember?
I can't remember. I've watched a million. Yeah.
Ya Nyash, ilikuwa ya Nyash ama ilikuwa tu kawaida?
Yeah. Nini kwenda round ukiimba nini wimbo?
Ile kitu ya kuzunguka zunguka.
Yeah.
Next question. Who are your top 5 content creators in Kenya who are on this platform? Whose content you would recommend your content to somebody who wants to join TikTok?
Number one, Aziad. I started watching a lot of Aziad. She was doing nikikupea utawezana. Nikikupea utawezana. Nani nikikupea utawezana. So I that's when I started liking this platform, and I started seeing it like she was doing very nice. Nikikupea utawezana. And then she moves to the side. Nikikupea utawezana. I think I liked it.
That is Aziad number 1. Number 2.
Number 2, I might not really, because some of them are using even funny names that I might not be able to recall. But there are several of TikTokers who, there are those ones who I feel like they are really doing so best in that field that it really inspires. And then there are those ones who do very creative content, very educative content. So, I mean, they are all variety. Yeah.
Who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush.
Yeah.
Bwana chairman is there are questions you can't ask chairman because now I have a million bwana. You know there are questions that you must revise what questions to ask mwenyekiti because there are a million bwana. No, as it can't be one. You know you can't ask me which
chairman.
crush.
Okay, chairman. Can you just mention just a few in without any order? Just mention names.
I'll mention all of them.
Okay, go ahead. If you can, go ahead.
Bwana sasa wachie hapo.
Chairman atachoma.
Kwa sababu kuna wale sitataja na watakosa kukuja Olentimama Stadium na staki hiyo. Kuna wale sitataja na watakataa kuja Olentimama Stadium.
Letoo, recently we saw some person there was this topic on internet. Somebody gave ex wake wakakulana a day to the wedding. Kama chairman, what are your comments about it? What are your comments about it? Can you do it?
Those are retirement benefits. Every civil servant is entitled to.
So today Letoo on 19th, no, let's say on 18th, ex akikuita akikupea utakula na 20th unaingia tu wedding yako sawa tu.
Who born you? Who born you? Who born you?
So I think guys, mumesikia chairman venye amesema all this was to let you know that Letoo is having a wedding and is a multi-million dollar. Actually, it's quoted in dollar. The budget is quoted in dollar, not in Kenya shillings. This wedding has been rocking headlines on these platforms and TikTok, Facebook, and all that, you know. So that's why I extended an invitation to him just to come and share with us this wedding yenye inaongelewa sana. I think from what you are saying that only the Prince Charles and who can manage such a kind of an event.
Prince Charles of the Birmingham Palace.
It's bad, man. Letoo, just a question. Do you have some Luo bloodline in you?
No, I'm an Ilot. Plain for that matter.
I know you're a plain Nilot. The way you are, you are speaking very exorbitant words.
You know, River Lake Nilots, you've been pretending as if you are the real Nilots. There are Nilots out there.
So we are waiting to see what our brothers from the plain Nilots can do. Somebody is asking, you are getting married to bibi namba ngapi?
Wakuja waone, watapiga foleni wataona. Tuhesabu 1 mpaka wa mwisho. Pete mahali zinaishia tunasema haya nyinyi next. Nyinyi tutaweka Afra Stadium.
We have few people on this platform on this TikTok and I can see people asking if they have been invited. Somebody like Madam Boss. Did you invite Madam Boss?
I mean, people should know that that's a public wedding. It's a public event. There is no card that will be required at the gate. So don't say I have not been invited. It's a public. It's you who has said I don't have time to go. But the function is public. The function is public, whereby you do not require an invitation card to enter. Are we together?
Yeah.
It is glamorous wedding, which means you just show up to the wedding without an invitation. You've been invited wholesomely.
And they should come with empty stomachs because food is there.
Yes. Fast from Wednesday.
Wow. So after that, your destination for honeymoon.
Mimi ni Masai, sijajua bado. I don't know. I might not even go to a very normal or mahali inajulikana. I might choose to go to South Africa because I want to spend my time. I am a political affairs journalist. South Africa are going into a very defining elections with the economic freedom fighters that I really love, Julius Selo Malema. They will be going to face off with ANC and other parties in the election in South Africa after my event. So I was thinking, I love politics. I am a political affairs journalist. Why don't I go to South Africa and just see that as sort of quote unquote an observer from the beach side of the Cape Town. So for me, I'm still thinking like I want to feel that political euphoria of the South.
Interesting.
And on that day, by the way, in respect for the South African elections, in respect for the economic freedom fighters, in respect for the ANC, and in respect for all the South Africans, I'll be putting on a headgear from the Zulu.
Wow. So you will go with your beautiful, lovely wedded wife to Joburg or Pretoria or wherever it is.
I don't go to honeymoons with my wife. I mean, she chooses her own destination and she goes there. I choose mine and we go there. The honeymoons are supposed to be relaxing, not going to Nini. You are supposed to be having a me time. Yeah.
Yeah, but so so you will go to South Africa and
yeah, because I'm going to South Africa elections for honeymoon. Maybe she wants to go to Dubai on Maldives or whatever, Zanzibar. She can go there with her friends. Wow,
interesting.
Yeah.
There's this sound it keeps ringing when you went to, how was that place? That place is called Misri. Is it Israel or where? I saw you are facing the stone. No, those are just things we do. You are facing the wall praying. Is it Israel or where is that? Jerusalem.
Don't expose the level of your
ignorance.
I mean, that was Jerusalem. Yeah.
Your experience as a
for that matter, I've invited few friends that I met in Israel and Jerusalem.
Wow.
So at Olentimama Stadium, we might be having the Holy of the Holiest from the Jesus footing of Bethlehem. I've invited a few.
From the lineage of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I know you are going somewhere with friends because of Champions League. Let me invite few people who have got something to say. Anybody who has a question, maybe five people maximum.